I'm gonna train like knees over toes guy, and we're gonna start right now. So after I did the reaction to knees over toes guy and actually talking with Ben Patrick from Knees Over Toes, I decided I was gonna spend some time actually training like Knees Over Toes guy. And so my wife had bought the subscription, a couple of my buddies had bought the subscription, and what ended up happening is I started to play around with it. I went about 2 to 3 months before we canceled it, but I wanted to see how they delivered it, what ended up happening with different workouts, and then try to piece together a little workout of our own. And that takes us right into that first thing is gonna be backward sled pull. So almost every single workout that I try to put together when I'm focusing on knee strength and knee health is going to start right off with about a 5-minute period where we're gonna pull a sled backwards. And I will say, we do have an apparatus, a little belt that we harness that we can put on to pull backwards and just sit back. But I like to have the handles here to start because it sort of forces me to have my shoulder blades retracted and in a better position. So starting right off, we're gonna go backward sled pull for 5 straight minutes. And I do think that when you're thinking about knees over toes, right here, that's where we wanna see the knees get over the toes, okay? And your quads will get lit up. Now, I probably have too much of a weight on here for 5 straight minutes. I should decrease this. We'll go 2 more lengths and then get into that next exercise to help improve that knee strength and give you guys a good feel of what it's like to train like Knees Over Toes guy. Oh, my quads. All right, so my quads are blown to bits. I got my oxygen flowing, I got my blood rolling. I try to recover so I'm not out of breath for this part of the video. But now, one of the things that Ben will use is he typically will use the monkey feet. Now, I have one monkey foot, but I don't really like how it feels when I do knee flexion. I do like how it feels when I do the tibialis raise and the hip flexion. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use our Power Elastics bands here. You can get these at garagestrength.com, at powerelastics.com. And what I like with these is I can put the loops around my feet. So I'll show you here what we do for hip flexion, because we're gonna go hip flexion, knee flexion, tibialis raise all right in a row without taking any breaks at all. So I wanna go here, put my foot in there. Okay, so hip flexion. I'm just gonna go here for 15. Oh yeah, and these start to, I really like this because I'm also gonna feel this a bit in my gut. And remember, I don't wanna take much of a break, so I'll hit this. Then what I wanna do is when I turn around for the knee flexion, I'm gonna get right into it, same thing, no break. And now I wanna lean forward just a hair here. This is a part where it's like not overly challenging, but after you go through it 3 times, without taking a breather, it's pretty brutal. And especially what I like with it is you do end up training this unilaterally. And this was one of my favorites. And I have done the tibialis raise the way Ben has showed it, where you can almost like stand on a box, lower your foot, dorsiflex, lower, dorsiflex, which I do like. But what we're gonna do here, just for the video, put this on, back up a little bit. And when I'm using the band, I get just a absolutely stupid pump after like 5 reps. And I know it looks absurd, but right here, I like to lengthen it and squeeze at the top, and it absolutely destroys me. So 3 sets of 15, and you're gonna do both sides. So it's gonna take you about 10 to 12 minutes, but there's no breaking. Use each leg as a break, right? So if I go right leg, hip flexion, knee flexion, tibialis raise, then I go left leg. That's gonna take me about 2 minutes, and I'm just gonna keep rolling through without taking any breather. What's awesome is your gut from the hip flexion, your hips, your hammies, and then you got your whole entire calf just blown up. Your ankle stability starts to improve, but you're starting to feel really, really good as we get through the rest of this workout. All right, so next movement now. What's cool with doing sled pull blows up your quads. Then you do the knee and the hip flexion and the tibialis raise, blows up the rest of your legs, right? So your anterior muscular sequence is lit up, posterior chain is lit up, and now we're gonna go into some slant board front squats. So we're just gonna literally roll through 25 reps, 20 reps, 15 reps, 10 reps, and then what I like to do is 2 sets of 5 at the end where I'll take a longer break. Okay, so it's like a longer period where I'm blowing up my quads even more and I'm getting that upright trunk. So I stole this theory and this work right from Kevin Simons, who also does a ton of knees over toes guy training. Okay, and he's even talked with Ben as well. Really one of the best strength coaches, I think one of the best weightlifting coaches in the US. One of the things that Kevin brought up is that some people really struggle with the slant board and with knee pain, and that it can be one of those issues where you've got to start slowly, okay, and you can't use any weight. So you could even start off with this, where you're just sitting here almost in a goblet position, or just cross arm here, hitting this up. Now, I've never really had knee pain in my entire life, fortunately. I don't know why, but I never have. Even when I've been squatting heavy, I've never really struggled with it. So I'm gonna hit like 15 to 20 reps here. Get set up and just start repping. One thing I'll say too is that when I'm doing higher rep front squats, I actually do prefer to hold that cross arm because I can hold it a little bit more stable in my upper back. I also recommend that if you have some knee issues, when you're doing the front squat versions here, do it with like a 6-second eccentric with minimal load. That's gonna really, really help your knee health and blow up that quad strength. I'm gonna put some weight on, do a set of 5, and then we're gonna move on to that last aspect of knees over toes training. Okay, heavier set of slower eccentric slant board front squats. The other thing I would say is I really like, ours are really, really well built. So you can get metal ones as well, but these are pretty sweet. I like using these. Another slow eccentric front squats. This one's from Mason Woods. Okay, before I show you the last bit of the knees over toes guy workout, make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you smash that notification bell so we can help you become a beast. Now, Ben puts in a lot of his workouts, some type of good morning. You can do dumbbell, you can do it with barbell. Typically he does have it with barbell. I like using this bench here with a dumbbell because I can get a little deeper range of motion, and I'm gonna superset this with some core work. So he'll put 2 at the end of his workout sometimes, you know, core or a little bit of upper body work. In this workout, we're gonna do 2 sets of 20 good mornings with a dumbbell, and we're gonna superset that with knee planks into explosive mountain climbers. So those are something that you could use, furniture sliders, you could use a towel on a linoleum floor, anything like that. And one of the best parts behind the knees over toes workouts is that every single part of your body just feels super fatigued, super targeted, right? So remember in the beginning, we hit the quads, and walking backwards is gonna help with that proprioception. Then we did some knee flexion work, some hip flexion work where we got the trunk and the abs stimulated, some tibialis work here for the calves. And then we just did some really good front squats where we worked through that range of motion with some lighter load, and then we got a little bit heavier. And now we're gonna target that lower back with the trunk even further. So here, oh yeah. Now, I like getting super deep with that rounded back. It's gonna light up your erectors, light up your lower back, and when I have that wide sumo stance, smashes my groin, my adductors, okay? So I like using that. We go over, hit those explosive knee planks, hit that ab work, and really try and target lower back, trunk from both aspects. So if you need help with your strength training, click on the link down below. Go to garagestrength.com. You can pick up a strength training program today to help you get on your ways to some more gains. If you want more content around knees over toes, click on our video down below, check out our reaction, or check out Ben Patrick at kneesovertoesguy on YouTube. He's got a whole bunch of really good content. Programs are solid. Keep an open mind and try to improve that overall knee health. Until next time, guys, peace.